Hi guys, welcome to my video. Before we get into the reading today, which is going to be a reading about how you can start living your best life right now, we're going to just do a brief introduction because this is my first YouTube video. This is my first pick a card spread on the YouTube platform. I'm very excited about it. So if you have found me by recommendation or just maybe you just typed in something on YouTube and I came up, or you're in my Facebook group, whatever brought you here, I am so grateful that you have stopped by. This has been a journey in and of itself. I have been feeling this pull more strongly now than ever to get on YouTube, but ever since I was in college. And I feel like what I'm doing here on the YouTube platform, a lot of people do. But I have this understanding that we all have our people who we are meant to connect to and connect with. And for some of you guys, you have been calling me to this space subconsciously, energetically, for a very long time. And I knew that this was going to eventually have to be the shift that I needed to make in my business. And like I say, some of you have been calling me to this space since college, which that was from right. Sorry guys, I had a phone call. But as I was saying, college was from 2009 to 2013 that when I initially started to feel the pull to get on YouTube. And I wasn't going to be doing readings at that time, but I was going to be talking about spiritual truth, or at least my spiritual truth at that time. So I just find it very in alignment that I'm now feeling this strong urge again to step into the YouTube space. So here I am. I am Jasmine Cherie. I'm originally from South Carolina. I live in Los Angeles, California. I moved here from Atlanta, Georgia, though. I went to college in Atlanta. And I'm an actress. I am, I guess you could call it intuitive messenger. And so when I read my cards, it is very intuitive based. With the tarot, so with your pick a card for today, I'm going to be using my magical messages from the fairies deck, and I'm also going to be using my mystic fairy tarot deck. And so the way that I read tarot primarily is through intuition, and there are traditional meanings to each card with the tarot deck, but I still use my intuition to pick up on whatever messages I'm receiving. So take that for what you may. Without further ado, I suppose let's just get into it. Today's topic is what you need to do to start living your best life. So I'm going to show you the spread, and you can choose 1, 2, or 3, and then we'll get right into it. Okay? All right. Okay. So what we have here is number 1. And we have the citrine on top. Number 2, we have the aventurine on top. And number 3, we have the rose quartz on top. So you pick which one resonates with you. You can take a few deep breaths and just ask your spirit guides or your guidance team, where's your message for how you can live your best life right now. So I give you a few moments to pick 1, 2, or 3. And if you need more time, please feel free to pause the video. But without further ado, let's get into. So we're going to start with number 1. Let me move number 2 and number 3. Okay, let's see here. We have travel. We're going to get into the full story here in a minute. Have death. Please don't be alarmed by that card. It just means that there's some things, some thoughts, some processes that need to be shedded from your life. You have the 2 of Cups. You have the 9 of Wands. And the King of Wands. And then for this last clarifier from the Oracle, you have get some exercise. Okay, so let's see the story here. So in your overview energy section, you got travel. An upcoming trip proves to be life-changing in positive ways. For you, I'm feeling that you need some inspiration. And your best life also includes travel. It includes experiencing the world and what the world has to offer. You get your inspiration by doing so. So if financially you don't have the means to do that, then you have to step into this King of Wands leadership role to master your ability to attract what you need to attract to live your best life. And that includes shedding some dead weight, some thought processes that has to be released at this time. You may be contemplating a lot at this time, or you may just be contemplative in general. Maybe sometimes it's harder for you to make a decision. But you have to make the decision. Also, you have this Nine of Wands, which is next door to the Ten of Wands, which is sort of the completion of. And I feel as though maybe you have ideas or you have an energy about yourself where you don't quite see things through to completion. Like you're right there at the mark. And this message for you is to remind you to not give up. Don't give up right there at the mark. Have this resilience and this because this is also resilience. This Nine of Wands is also resilience. Have this resilience to push forward, to push through, push it through. And perhaps maybe in business you are better in a partnership situation. Maybe there needs to be some collaborative efforts for you at this time, where you need to hear other people's opinions so that you can maximize the opportunities that may be coming your way or that you may currently have at this time. Perhaps there need to be some partnership. This Two of Cups, that's what this Two of Cups is about, but it also could indicate positive energy in your love life. And if that is something that you're seeking at this time, it is available for you. It is in your vortex. But if you're confused about it and you're trying to make a decision, again, it goes back to this need to be more decisive, more resilient, more action forward. There are some unhealthy patterns that you are experiencing in your life at this time. Could be people, could be thoughts, limits, and beliefs. And you have to discard, you have to eradicate those things. People, thoughts, behaviors, actions, habitual patterns. You have to eradicate that. If you want to live your best life, you got to go inward and do that work. You got to get some exercise card as your final clarifier. And you have this death card. You have to embrace a new energy. The Get Some Exercise card says, as your body becomes stronger, you begin to feel stronger in all ways. So how can you physically strengthen yourself so that you manifest that financially, in terms of relationship, in terms of business? How can you strengthen your mind, your finances, and your body, and your spirit, and your emotions? All in one. So that you can have this full life. That's what's being asked of you at this time. And it's saying start simple. Start here. Start here. Get a workout plan. Get a gym membership. Be more consistent in your efforts to work out. What are your workout goals? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to be toned? Do you just want to feel good? Do you just want to feel productive? Do you just want to have more clarity? Are you experiencing brain fog at the moment? Again, with this indecisiveness. Are you experiencing a clog, a block, a writer's block, a business block, an idea block? It's saying that you have to shed these things. You have to unclog your subconscious mind. But you can do that by going inward, but it's also saying physically start here. Start here. And what are other exercises that you can do to strengthen yourself mentally, emotionally? Yoga, Qigong. Qigong is one of my most favorite simple, gentle exercises because it gets the energy flowing and it's really good for the mind and as an opener of the day, or when you need a little pick me up in the middle of the day. Get on YouTube, look it up. Qigong, 10-minute Qigong. That's Qigong. Qigong. Look it up. It is powerful. If you do that in the morning, you do a 10-minute Qigong workout, you're going to instantly feel an energy shift. If you need to pick me up throughout the day and you do it for 10 minutes, you're going to instantly feel an energy shift. And what happens when we create these energy shifts is we open ourselves up to opportunity that we may not have been aware of. We're more positive, we're more optimistic, we're more action forward. We can think clearly, we can try new things, we can see more clearly. So, for you number ones, you have this King of Wands energy. You are this leader. You are this master. You have to recognize that, respect that, and apply that to your life. Master where you want to be versus what you're currently experiencing. Shed what needs to be released. People, places, thoughts, habitual patterns. Full moon is coming up. Write the things that you want to release out. Do a burning ceremony. I just did a burning ceremony today. You don't have to do ceremonies and rituals just under the moons. It is going to be amplified if you do so. But anytime you feel that you need to do that, I just did a burning ceremony today. Well, by the time this video come up, it may be another day. But I journaled with my subconscious mind. I wrote down my limiting beliefs, all the things that I wanted to eradicate at this time. I lit it up on fire. I put it in a bowl, and then I just buried it. So, what needs to be shed from your life at this time that is preventing you from stepping into this energy and experiencing these things that Spirit is saying is going to be a part of your best life? If you're contemplative, how can you be more decisive? Ask Spirit to help you. You have to use your intellect. You're going to need your intellect to make these decisions to live your best life. And again, also think about partnerships. If you're already in the business, you're trying to expand it, could you add a partner on at this time? Are you in a business where you're having conflict with your partner? I feel like some of you are. Let's work through that. Do you want to be right and win, and then it causes the business to suffer? Or do you want a successful, blossoming business with understanding? You have to ask yourself that. Is the argument necessary? Even in relationships, if there is conflict, is the argument necessary? What is the end goal here? What else am I picking up on? I think that's it for you, number ones. So I hope that resonated. But seriously, you have this Death card, which is a major arcana card, which is the theme of your reading for today about how to live your best life. You got to shed that dead weight. You have to. Physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially. You have to release those thoughts, people, and patterns that are holding you back in these areas and departments. So you have to ask yourself, what is on my subconscious mind that is holding me back in these areas? Because my best life includes this. So you have to embrace that. All right, number ones, thank you very much. Let's move on to number 2. Adventuring. Number 2, your overall energy is spiritual teacher. Okay, you have some intuitive people here. You have the magician. You have the 5 of Swords. You have the King of Pentacles. You have the Ten of Cups. And you have the Knight of Cups. Interesting. And then your final clarifiers, you have Summer and Patience, Please. Let's see what's happening with you guys. Number two, spiritual teacher. You have a lot to offer. You have a lot to offer. Some of you may already be in position to where you are offering. Others of you, you need to step it up in that department. What do you have to offer to the world? What do you know to be true about the world? Number two is you are manifestors. You are abundance attractors. In order to live your best life, you have to connect on a soul level to what you're doing. And if currently what you're doing right now as far as work or relationship is not in alignment with that, with your soul, with your calling, because for you, your work is going to be based on a calling. You got spiritual teacher. Spiritual teachers just don't say, hey, I want to be a spiritual teacher. I didn't say, hey, I want to read cards on YouTube, or I want to give intuitive advice to people. I didn't wake up and say, I want to do that. I felt called to do that. I felt led to do that. I want to be an actress, or I am an actress, I should say. This calling that I had to do the spiritual work, life transitioned in that way. I was led to that. So for you, number twos, your work is a calling for you. This could be relationship advice. This can be spiritual advice. This can be physical healing. This could be physical therapy. This could be just anything spirituality, anything healing in any way. This could also be money. This could also be money advisors. But you're sort of natural. It's sort of already in you, in your DNA. It may not be fully awakened for some of you. For some of others, it may be. But it's just there. It's in you. And because of that, because you are manifestors, manifesting is not simply about money. It is about inspired action. So when you manifest something in your life, you make a decision and a commitment to see it through. And you see that through by taking inspired action. Inspired action is those gut feelings, those aha moments of inspiration. You could be in a park and you can receive some spark of inspiration and you take that action and it leads to some sort of abundance. You could read a book or watch a movie or see a sign or just whatever gut aha moments. That is inspired action. You can find it through meditation. But you have to be connected to the action in order to drive yourself forward. That is how you manifest. And that is what you must do to live your best life. You have to connect on a soul level to your activity. You have the Magician card. This is the ultimate manifester. This person can make things happen. Magicians make things happen that seemingly come from out of nowhere. So so with this though, there is a level of planning that has to take place, and strategy and implementation and methodical action, but it is still very inspired. You get this inspiration and then you plan out the steps once you get the inspiration. So say like a YouTube channel, you want to start, say if you want to start a YouTube channel, you have the inspired action to start a YouTube channel. Okay, what is A to Z of starting a YouTube channel? You have to then go do your due diligence about what it is that you need to do. You have the King of Pentacles. So you, like I said, you are an abundance attractor. You are a leader, much like number ones. But your strength lies in your intuition and your ability to really hear from your inner self, which is why you would make a good spiritual teacher or advisor or whatever the case may be. So for you, because you also got the Knight of Cups, it's not about quick action with you. It's in the slow down that you receive the inspiration that will drive you forward. There's a lot of love here. You got the Ten of Cups, which is balance, which is romance, which is harmony in partnership. Could be business, could be romance, like I said. So if that is something that you're seeking, again, you have the ability to manifest it. You got to step into your manifestation power, number twos. And because you live your best life, number twos, in a place of slowing down and centering in order to take the action forward, you may get dismayed in that process. And you have this patience please card. And what the patience please card says is what you're asking for is coming about. Have patience, as there are unseen factors that need to occur first. God, spirit, the universe is orchestrating things for us, lining up people, places, and events for us. Once we decide something, the things are it's already done. So the things are being lined up, and we can get weary in well-doing. And I say we because I connect to this message for number twos. And we just have to remind ourselves, I asked for this. It's mine. I am a manifester. Where can I be more patient? Or what do I feel like I'm lacking, and where can I show myself more of that? So say if you wanted to manifest a beautiful love life. Why? Because you want to experience this love and this passion and all of these wonderful feelings. How can you be that right now, currently, to yourself? Because that is what manifestation is about. You have to match the energy of what you say that you want. Everything is energy. Everything is energy. So you have to align yourself with the energy of what you want. Manifestation is with manifestation, your feelings have to precede the physical manifestation of whatever the thing is. So you can't want a blossoming business but feel broke and feel not enough and feel inadequate and feel lack. You'll only breed more of that. You have to feel abundance. You have to feel energetic. You have to feel creative. You have to feel joy and fulfillment, because that's what you want out of whatever business or career goal you set for yourself. You want this freedom. You want this joy. You want this fulfillment, especially if you're a spiritual teacher. You want this connection. So how can you be that right now, currently? How can you feel that so that you can become an energetic match for that thing? That is what you have to focus on. Then you have the summer card as a final clarifier. And it says everything that you're asking for becomes yours in the summertime. Summer is right around the corner. So let's implement. Let's shift some things. Let's get into our manifestation power. Let's go inward. Let's take inspired action. Let's seek the inspired action that we need to manifest our best lives. This is a beautiful spread. You got the Magician. So you can do this. This is in your wheelhouse. This is in your power. But you have to be connected to your action. If you're working a job that you hate, you got to make a shift. You got to make a decision. Who do you want to show up as? What do you want to become? And if you're worried, oh, well, if I quit my job, I won't have money and this, you're already in the wrong energy. You're already not an energetic match for what you want. You have to shift that. And you inwardly, because you are a manifestor, you already know how to do that. You just have to do the work. You have to do the work, the inner work. But you got the Knight of Cups, you got the King of Pentacles. I mean, you have these powerful energies in your reading. Like I said, you are a leader in that sense. You can't get weary in well-doing. But you have to take inspired action. You have to lead by inspired action. And you have to be patient in the process. Once you make a clear decision about what you want, you have to be patient in the process. But that doesn't mean be lazy in the process. Continue taking that inspired action. Plan, implement. But you already have the tools that you need to manifest. So number twos, I hope that resonated with you. Let's move on to number three. Number 3 is your overview. You have affirmations. What are you speaking? What are you believing? What are you thinking? You have 3 of Swords. You have Knave of Swords in reverse. You have 3 of Cups in reverse. You have Queen of Wands in reverse. And for your final clarifier, you have Let Go. Oh my gosh. Number 3s. What is going on in your life mentally and emotionally? You are not in control. Some of you may even think you are, but subconsciously you're not. Number 3, you could be overwhelmed right now. Mentally, there could be a lot on your mind that you're processing. You could also be experiencing a lot of overwhelming feelings in terms of relationship. You got the 3 of Cups in reverse. You got the 3 of Swords. I know a lot of tarot readers say this, but seriously, I mean, you could be dealing with a third party situation in which someone in your relationship is seeing someone else, or there's something else going on the side. You could be the side person and you wanting more out of this person. You have to take your control back. If you want to live your best life, this is the energy that you have to be in. The Let Go card, as you surrender the need to control, your relaxed energy rapidly attracts your desires. So we walk around grasping this one idea that we have, and we don't give it the freedom to blossom. We squeeze the life out of it. And when we walk around with our hands like this, we're not in receptive mode. This is receptive mode. You have to get clear enough about what you want, but then you have to give it room to grow. Let's see here. Something here with self-esteem, sense of self. Maybe you're approaching a period where you will establish more of a sense of self, but sense of self is what is going to allow you to live your best life. Who are you at the core? What are your values? What are your guidelines and your standards for people, places, and things in your life? You have to get in tune with that. You have to get in touch with that. The Knave of Swords. This is a fairy who she doesn't like, she'll try something new. She sort of marches to the beat of her own drum. She look like she's just in this position of she just chilling. She does what she wants to do. And she has fun while doing so. You have this in reverse though. So there could be a lot of caring what other people think for you number 3s. For some of you though, this is not for everybody. This is for some of you. For some of you, you like to be alone. Maybe when you were younger, maybe even a year ago, maybe you liked social outings, but now you're more reserved. And that's fine because you are establishing a sense of self. But for some of you, this is a message that you need to stop partying so much. Maybe for some of you, you're not developing that sense of self, that identity that you need, because this partying, it really wears you out. You really, when your friends call you, like, yeah, I'll go, but you really don't want to. And you just do it. Like it's a habit, and it just becomes what's familiar. But you're being called higher at this time. You're overwhelmed by this. Like, it's like enough of the partying and these social outings. And it doesn't mean just don't hang out with friends, but where are you currently now going in your life? What sort of energy do you need to have to live your best life right now? Does it include partying every weekend? Does it include saying yes to every social gathering? You have to say no to some things. You have to let go. You have to let go of these past ideas that you had about people and connections and fulfillment. And you got to get more in tune with self. For you number threes, this is all about going inward to find out who are you. You have affirmations to lift up your thoughts and energy and to attract what you desire. Use positive affirmations. This is not cliche. This is real life. Affirmations will shift your energy. So for some of you, you're in an emotional situation in regards to relationship. You've lost your sense of self and you have to pick yourself up out of that. I am beautiful. I am enough. I can receive love. I can receive the love that I desire. I am capable of giving love. I am capable of receiving love. I have an abundance of love. For some of you who are partying too much, and you want to be more responsible, I am responsible. I am enough. I am capable of success. I am capable of running a successful business. For those of you who are already on this journey of building up this resilience and this sense of self and this awareness of self, continue on. Continue on. You have not made a wrong decision. Because with this Queen of Wands in reverse, it can symbolize again that you are already on this journey. And it could feel lonely sometimes. But you have to connect with people who are like-minded, who want to go where you want to go. You got this Three of Cups in reverse. Find you some friends who are similar, like-minded, network, go to meetups, put the energy forward to transition. But whatever ideas you have, number three, you got to get into the habit of letting go and letting flow. You cannot control every nook and cranny of everything that happens in life. You cannot. You will drive yourself crazy. You will feel the sense of overwhelmness, if that's the word. It says, as you surrender the need to control, your relaxed energy rapidly attracts what you desire. So you got to relax more. Again, like with the number twos, there is this process of implementing and planning, but then there is this idea that my energy is now a match for what I want, and it's going to flow to me in its due timing. And while that is happening, I'm going to make sure I stay an energetic match for it by speaking it. Ignore my nails. Sorry. By speaking it, speaking of the things that I want in the way that I want them, by using these positive affirmations. So in order to live your best life, number threes, if you're in a third party situation, get out of it. And for some of you, if you really want the relationship to work, it can't work by controlling. You got to let go and let flow. And you have to really ask yourself, is it the person or is it the idea of the person? Because if it's the idea of the person, then focus on the idea. Focus on the values that you want in a man or a woman. And allow that to come to you. It doesn't have to come from a particular person. We get caught up in that. I want him. I want her. But does she want you? Is she valuing you? Is he valuing you the same way? And if not, that is something that you have no control over. But you can control your own values, your own standards, your own guidelines. And set your own boundaries. That Queen of Wands upright knows how to set her own boundaries. You have it in reverse. Work on that. What are your boundaries for relationships and for work and career and for mental capacity and for energy? Are you going to be argumentative with people, or do you not have time for that anymore? Are you going to work a minimum wage job, or is that not what's in alignment for you anymore? Are you going to let people walk over you, or is that what is not in alignment for you anymore? What do you need to let go of? That deciding that is what's going to lead you into living. That's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment below and let me know if this resonated with you and which number you picked. Please like, please subscribe, please share. This is my first video. This is my baby. I'm super excited about it. And I will see you guys in the next video. I really don't know how to wink, but ow.